This year, with many initiatives coming from the administrators from various districts, covering many aspects of public administration such as healthy delivery, education, agriculture, etc., has been the year of innovations. Such innovations need to be recognized, incentivized, and implemented throughout the state. I suggest we form a society for evaluating, recognizing, incentivizing, and adapting such innovations. We need to adopt the concept of Kaizen in administration and thereby pave way for continuous improvement and innovations. We must welcome even smaller suggestions for the improvement of public welfare. The two-day state-level conference on Sustainable Development Goals held in Namsai in September 2021 provided us a canvas to work on achieving the targets against the 15 Sustainable Development Goals covering entire gamut of state machinery. The SDG trophy announced by the Honorable Chief Minister Sri Pema Khandu ji would bring in a healthy competition within the districts, which would ensure that our ranking in SDG index improves geometrically in near future. We have improved our overall scope from 53 in the year 2019-20 to 60 in the year 2020-21. There was yet another landmark achievement by a government of universal importance. It is the historic Paket Declaration in December 2021. Honorable legislators, our tribal life and culture are intimately connected to the well-being of our surroundings and environment. Mother Nature is the central figure worshipped in all our festivals and revered from Tawang to Longding by all the tribes. Government of Arunachal Pradesh has resolutely committed itself to a climate change resilient and responsive Arunachal Pradesh, in tune with the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji's Panchamrut commitment given to global community at United Nations Climate Change Conference at Glasgow to usher in green development. My government's Paake Kasang Declaration is the first of its kind subnational commitment to climate responsive action, which we intend to take through the 5 broad Panchadhara elements and the 75 strategies underpinning them. While some efforts have been made on improvement in cleanliness of our towns and villages, a lot more needs to be done, including the prevention of plastic pollution. Today, I also take this opportunity to request you, honorable legislators, to spread the message of reduce, reuse, recycle for sustainable management of our resources. The Atmanirbhar Krishi Bagwani Yojana, announced during the last budget speech by our Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, has been a great success. It not only provided much needed investment boost in the agriculture, but facilitated flow of credit to the agriculture sector, providing front-end subsidy to the farmers instead of normal practice of granting back-end subsidy. This has been a bold step by our government, placing tremendous faith in our hard-working farmers. I am happy to inform that till date, more than 5,000 farmers have been sanctioned subsidy and loans under this scheme, and the response we received from the farmers was overwhelming. It is such a pleasure to see women's self-groups getting their own tractors under this scheme. Honorable members, I request your personal indulgence in making the scheme successful by popularizing and monitoring the same. Developing entrepreneurship amongst youths in Arunachal Pradesh has been the priority of my government. Deen Dayal Upadhyaya Swavalamban Yojana, the flagship scheme of the government on self-employment, has been effectively instrumental in job creation and creation of valuable assets across different sectors in various districts. This scheme has provided assistance to 401 entrepreneurs, converting them from job seekers to job providers. This is the first scheme in which credit is being provided front-end. Looking at the success of this scheme, during the last budget speech, I had said that allocation will be doubled from 15 crores to rupees 30 crores. I am happy to mention here that we have surpassed this target and provided rupees 40 crores under the scheme. Tourism would remain our main strength as it would generate income for the people of Arunachal Pradesh. However, we need to focus on responsible tourism so that we do not damage our environment. Community-based ecotourism is the best model for our state. The Department of Tourism in the past few years has been able to create brand Arunachal Tourism for itself and has emerged as one of the best emerging destinations in the country. We received the Best Emerging Destination Award in 2019 and 2021 from leading magazines like The Lonely Planet and Travel and Leisure. Through various initiatives such as Trans Arunachal Drive, Signature Bike Rally, social media campaign, digital advertisement, webinars and virtual events of the embassies of India abroad and Ministry of Tourism, Government of India, Paryatan Parv, Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat, development of Parashuram Kund, etc. We have created unique position for ourselves in adventure, culture, spiritual and leisure tourism. Hydropower is our key strength. Due to various reasons, harnessing of this rich potential has remained suboptimal. However, we have recalibrated our efforts and are now consciously working with central public sector units to develop this sector. Many such slow-moving projects are now offered to the CPSUs to develop. I must congratulate my government on completion of the work on 600 megawatt Cumming project. The work on Subansiri Lower project is going on at full speed, and the two units with 500 megawatt capacity are expected to be commissioned this year. My government has taken up Golden Jubilee Border Village Illumination Program, under which standalone off-grid micro hydels shall be commissioned in the remote areas close to international border. This shall ensure meeting up of the power demand in remote corners of the state for both civilians and the security forces. In its first phase, 17 projects with an estimated cost of rupees 50 crores have been already approved, benefiting 128 border villages. In the same stride, state government shall initiate carbon credit trading from this year. Out of the total hydropower plants in the state, 98 micro, mini and small hydropower plants with a combined installed capacity of 50 megawatt have been considered for carbon credits registration. The comprehensive scheme for strengthening of transmission and distribution system in Arunachal Pradesh shall provide reliable grid-connected power supply across the state. This is being implemented at full speed in the state. In addition, Power Grid Corporation of India Limited has started construction of a 132 kilowatt double circuit transmission line from Chapkhowa in Assam to Roing in our state. And the double circuit 220 kilowatt transmission line from Kathalguri to Namsai is being taken up. During last 6 to 7 years, we have seen construction of many roads and bridges, ushering in a revolution in surface communication network. In spite of the COVID-19 pandemic, we have increased our road construction capacity to almost 2,000 lane kilometers per year, which is unprecedented. While the Border Road Organization and National Highways and Infrastructure Development Corporation Limited provided desired connectivity to international borders, our own agencies, PWD and RWD, continued to improve their performance by connecting many remote villages and habitations with all-weather roads. Under Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, we have completed construction of 11,498 kilometers of road and 96 long-span bridges, providing all-weather road to 1,273 habitations till date. The execution of Itanagar Bandardeva 4-lane highway package, near completion of Miao Vijayanagar Road and such other projects indicate our improved road making capacity. However, I would appeal to this august House to deliberate on the need for further increasing our technical capabilities and execution skill by putting emphasis on training and capacity building of our engineers. We are also focusing on expanding our railway network in coordination with the Ministry of Railways. The state government, on priority, has been pursuing for an early commencement of work on Pasighat, Teju, Rupai, starting with Parasuram Kund to Rupai section, Lekhapani, Kharsang, and Margarita Devmali routes. Work on survey of Misamari to Tawang and North Lakhimpur, Bame, Silapathar is under progress. I am happy to inform that with the accelerated pace of work on the tunnels at Nechifu and Sela Pass, these projects are slated to be completed before August 2022. The tunnels shall provide all-weather road connectivity in the western sector for both civil movement and the Indian Armed Forces. The state government is also committed to complete the two vital long-pending road projects, that is Tali Road in Kradadi district and Miao Vijayanagar Road in Changlang district within 2022. Connecting SDO and ADC headquarters located in remote areas are important for bringing the developmental programs of the government to the doorstep of the people. It will help bring effective development of education, health, and other facilities. In this regard, the ongoing Chief Minister Comprehensive State Road Plan 2019-2024 will bring improvement not only in the capital complex, interstate and inter-district roads, but will also improve connectivity by all-weather roads to several SDO and ADC headquarters as well. Survey and investigation for preparation of detailed project reports on the proposed frontier highway has started. Ministry of Road Transport and Highways has awarded these works in 9 packages. An effort to connect our towns and cities to the rest of the country and improve all-weather accessibility, my government has taken several initiatives to commission new airports, heliports, and revive old ones. Airports at Pasighat and Teju have been fully operationalized. Honorable legislators, I am happy to inform about the progress of construction work on Holangi Greenfield Airport, which is likely to be commissioned by August 2022. Under the Regional Connectivity Scheme, the state government has taken up the task to make heliport facilities at Zero, Taporijo, Tooting, Walang, Itanagar, and Inkyong to enable faster and reliable access to these remote locations. In a bid to support the operations and patrolling of our border guarding forces, the state government has laid emphasis on repair of the foot suspension bridges, which are crucial for long-range patrols of the security forces. Several steps have been taken to bridge the digital gap of our strategically located state to provide robust digital connectivity. Under BharatNet, 716 VSATs have been installed in unconnected areas of Arunachal Pradesh and in various unconnected villages, primary health centers, schools, police stations. The Government of India has also approved providing 4G connectivity to 1,683 villages through 980 mobile towers. The state has planned to achieve the target of providing household connection to all the habitations under Jal Jeevan Mission by 2023, a year ahead of the national target. In its pursuit, in the last financial year, 65,121 households were covered. The present coverage is 52%, and by the end of March 2022, we shall take this to 70%. The state is also supplementing its effort through Arunachal Jan Sankalp in providing drinking water to our habitations in addition to ones taken up under JJM. We have also commissioned state-of-art integrated water and tourism project in Jia, in Lower Dibang Valley, and Chongkham in Namsai district. In a significant step in the history of grassroots democracy in the state, our government has devolved powers to the Panchayati Raj institutes in 29 subjects. The devolution of power is based on the sustainable, participatory, inclusive, comprehensive, and empowering SPICE formula evolved under several brainstorming sessions by the state government. The government of Arunachal Pradesh dedicated 2021 as the year of education in Arunachal Pradesh to transform the education sector by launching Mission Shiksha with an all-encompassing strategy to improve the standard of education in next 2 years. State government is also taking up digitization of the education sector. State government recently launched the new integrated web portal, which is equipped with the innovative modules Know Your Teacher and Register Your Issue and Grievances. The first e-learning studio is being developed at the State Education Directorate Complex, Itanagar, which will provide education to CESS and GHSS through virtual mode. A state-level task force for implementation of national education policy has been notified, and webinars are being held to disseminate the policy to all the stakeholders. To plug the leakage in the system and enhance the optimum utilization of the resources, the Department of Elementary Education has formally closed down about 400 zero enrollment schemes. Furthermore, to promote learning in the mother tongue, the Department of Education has come up with books in Nishi, Wancho, Galo, Tagin, Kaman, Taron, Idu, and Tangsa languages, and more tribal languages will be covered in near future. Our government has developed infrastructure in the schools and colleges ranging from classrooms, laboratories, libraries, boys and girls hostels to academic blocks, etc. Dear legislators, you would be happy to know that our state has now been certified as All India Survey on Higher Education 2020 compliant. We have also collaborated with organizations such as Azim Premji Foundation, Rotary India Library Literary Mission, and Quality Council of India for assisting us in improving the various facets of education. The state has 2 functional Eklavya model residential schools, with 3 more, while 3 more would be functional very soon. 2 more EMRS are under construction, while 4 more are upcoming, making the total Eklavya model residential schools in Arunachal Pradesh to 11, funded by the Ministry of Tribal Affairs through the Sajata department. In addition, the work on 8 more residential schools under Pradhan Mantri Jan Vikas Karyakram is in progress. These schools would usher in an era of quality in residential schools in our state. Under Accessible India campaign, the government is creating at state headquarters an accessible physical environment for everyone in 6 buildings, that is, Arunachal Pradesh Civil Secretariat, Arunachal Pradesh Legislative Assembly, Indira Gandhi Park, Arunachal Pradesh Science Center, Directorate of Tourism, and Director of Science and Technology, Itanagar. Under Chief Minister's Social Security Scheme, the state government has assisted old-aged, widows, and Divyangjans in the state by providing pension to the tune of 85 crores during the financial year 2021-22. Arunachal Pradesh Chief Minister's Bal Seva Scheme has been notified for the welfare of the children orphaned in COVID-19 pandemic. An independent and separate commission, the Arunachal Pradesh State Commission for Protection of Child Rights, has been constituted. Under Integrated Child Development Scheme, 98 projects are operational in the state with 6,225 Anganwadi centers covering 1.62 lakh children in the age group of 0 to 6 years and around 20,000 pregnant women and lactating mothers, ensuring 100% coverage of services through ICDS projects and Anganwadi centers. In the wake of COVID-19 pandemic, the state government has taken series of initiatives for strengthening the health infrastructure in our state. In order to bridge the infrastructure gaps in the secondary health sector, the state government has taken up upgradation of infrastructure in 18 district hospital buildings under various schemes by allocating 450 crores, rupees 450 crores. This huge boost to infrastructure requirements of the health sector will go a long way in addressing the pressing concerns relating to health in our districts. The government of Arunachal Pradesh announced a future-ready initiative in its efforts to strengthen health systems and healthcare delivery called the Medicine from the Sky program. This will be first initiative of its kind in Asia, where drones will be used in healthcare supply chains to deliver vaccines and medicine to distant places. We have signed a collaboration agreement with the World Economic Forum, reflecting the vision of our government to leverage and use the emerging technology in areas such as healthcare, agriculture, disaster response, and forestry. In the wake of the second wave of COVID-19, recognizing the huge oxygen requirement, my government has scaled up the number of oxygen-supported beds to more than 1,000. All district hospitals now have medical oxygen pipeline connected to beds, and they, along with the CHCs and PSCs, have been provided with oxygen concentrator and oxygen cylinders. 46 pressure swing absorption oxygen generation plants are installed across the state. Despite various constraints, including monsoon and terrain, those were installed in every district in a span of about 150 days. We, as a society, need to work collectively to get rid of drug menace so that our youngsters do not fall into this vicious trap. I would appeal to honorable legislators to work in a mission mode on this. In this effort for channelizing youthful energy, we need to invest significantly in creating sports infrastructure throughout the state. The state government has recently notified Arunachal Pradesh policy on psychoactive substance 2021. It covers the complete spectrum, including controlling the supply line side, reducing the demand generation with full focus on treatment and rehabilitation. This comprehensive policy on controlling substance abuse shall go a long way in securing the future of our youth. Arunachal Pradesh Police has become the first police force to have achieved complete successful migration of CCTN's infrastructure into Meghraj cloud-based data center. This shall reduce costs and enable easier access. Despite connectivity issues in the state, we have managed to ensure that most of our police stations are connected to the system. Data digitization and migration of around 43,000 case records has already been accomplished. My dear legislators, you would agree with me that we are on the right track to achieve efficient management of our police case load and provide better services to our citizens via the newly launched Citizen Seva portal. My government has taken lead in Samit Scheme, and under this initiative, Arunachal Pradesh government has become the first government in Northeast to commence the drone survey. The public distribution system in Arunachal Pradesh has been reformed. Last 2 years, in spite of frequent disturbance of supply chain, we ensured that the ration reaches periodically to all the beneficiaries. Dear legislators, I am sure you would be proud of the fact that with the support of FCI, our state government has always maintained more than 4 months food grain stock in our godowns. Development of border areas has been our priority. I thank Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India for launching vibrant village program for integrated development of border villages. The people of Arunachal Pradesh are proud and patriotic citizens. The people of Arunachal Pradesh, I repeat, are proud and patriotic citizens. They always support the Indian armed forces in border areas. Dear legislators, we have an excellent civil-military relations in our state. Honorable members, while the state has witnessed an unprecedented pace of development in recent times, we need to sustain the same by developing a favorable ecosystem. Many of our development projects are getting into time and cost overruns because of delays in land acquisition. We need to provide fair compensation to our farmers for acquiring their land. However, the process gets mired in disputes due to various reasons. I appeal to you, honorable legislators, to create a favorable climate so that land is expeditiously acquired for development projects. Honorable members, while we have firmly positioned ourselves on the growth trajectory, we should also ensure that we preserve our rich culture and traditions. We must strive to enrich our languages, document our folklore, folk songs, and take pride in our indigenous faith. This year, we have taken a project of documentation of the rich culture of 5 tribes through Department of Indigenous Affairs, and we would continue the same in future as well. During my Republic Day address, I spoke about getting rid of Bandh culture. Honorable members, I request you to give leadership in your areas to get rid of this menace which otherwise would throttle our development. Other important issues which I want to mention here is the gender equality, women empowerment, and female child education. We need to preserve equality as an integral part of Arunachalese culture and ensure that girl child gets more than deserved care in all fields, including health, education, and social welfare benefits. My government is committed to the purpose of public service delivery and ensuring responsive and effective governance. I am sanguine that all of you would put in your best efforts in making Arunachal a shining star in the East. Let's work together in achieving the target set by our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, so that no citizen be left behind. Let us work together for all-round and inclusive development of our state, Arunachal Pradesh. Honorable members, let this budget session be guided by 6 pillars. First, investing in health sector. Second, investment in human capital. Third, Atmanirbhar Arunachal Pradesh. Fourth, synergy and convergence. Fifth, governance reforms and prudent financial management. And sixth, environment protection and climate resilient infrastructure. To conclude, I would like to urge you, the honorable members, to have pan-Arunachal view and vision, continue to lead by example and ensure equitable, non-discriminatory, sustainable and consistent development across the state of our state, Arunachal Pradesh. I am confident that with your support and with the leadership of Honorable Chief Minister Shri Pema Khandu ji, we will be able to realize the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji and make Arunachal Pradesh, make our state Arunachal Pradesh an economic growth engine of Northeast India and gateway to Southeast Asia. I am sanguine you would use every minute of this budget session in the best interest of our people, the Arunachalese. Jai Arunachal, Jai Hind.